Hello everybody, this is Paul 2.0 and I have Ali here as well. We have something awesome to share with you. HumanPal version 2.0 and it is mind-blowing. Okay, so let me jump in right away into our application here and show you what we've done. Okay, it's better to show than tell, right? So first of all, now you can create professional looking talking and walking avatars as well as perfect text-to-speech with emotions. This is not just realistic speech. We are talking about adding laughter, sighing, emotions we're talking about, and more will be added as we go along. Let me show you an actual project that I created within HumanPal version 2.0 in just about 2 to 3 minutes. I'll walk you through exactly how you can recreate it, and then we'll do Q&A and all that kind of good stuff. All right, so let me show you this demo. Watch this.
In HumanPal v2.0, the AI spokesperson app that brings your scripts to life, featuring realistic walking and talking human avatars, perfect lip sync, and multilingual text-to-speech infused with emotions. Want me to laugh? Or want me to sigh? Or if laughter is too much, why not just a gentle chuckle? I am running out of breath already. Let me take a deep breath here. Awesome, right? Create ultra-long, hyper-realistic videos without worrying about hidden credits or limits. Whether horizontal or vertical, your videos come alive, complete with automatic subtitles. And now, personalize your videos like never before. Face swap your own photo into an incredibly process. Realistic talking human avatar. Elevate your content today with HumanPal v2.
Pretty cool, right? So now, just so you know, this was a video playback, so obviously the lip sync will not be as good as if you actually watch the video on your own end, because what I'm doing is streaming it from my computer to your end, right? But let me just show you a couple of things here real quick. Okay, how do we create a project like this one? So let's do that right now. How do we create one? So all you have to do is go into the HumanPal v2.0 application. So those who already have it, you'll actually see this on the top when you log in. So meaning you don't have to download version 2 or whatever. It's automatic for free for every single HumanPal customer. Okay. So first of all, you're going to go into the application. You're going to see different templates as you can see here. You've seen these in the past as well for those who have the application. If you don't have it, I'm going to give you a link to get it. We're running a special deal today of almost 50% discount. I'll show you that in just a sec as well. You can go to humanpal.io. You'll see that there. Anyway, so we have box text. We have mockups. Okay. We have video in video, okay? We have full body, so we've added full body spokespersons, a ton of these where they're walking and talking. No application out there can actually do a walking and talking avatar right now for any price. The reason is AI actually starts failing with lip sync once somebody's walking or doing exaggerated movements. Okay, I can go into detail how that works, but that's not the point. No matter how much you pay today, you cannot get people actually walking and talking, maintaining the lip sync. Okay, we'll talk about that in just a sec. And then underline boxes, and of course you have all these templates, correct? So we have landscape and mobile if you want to do mobile specific templates as well, which is vertical videos. But what was the video I created? Let's recreate that video right now with the chuckling, with the emotions and stuff, with perfect lip sync. What did I do? I just picked under the mockups, I picked this particular template right here. Okay, so let's do that right now. All right, so let's do this right now. I'm seeing a couple of people talking about my mic, so let me actually adjust this right now real quick here. So for those who basically are having my audio too low or whatever, let me adjust it right now. But the cool thing here, okay, this is what I kind of wanted to mention here. The cool part here is that you can basically walk through the exact steps that I'm showing you right now, okay? So go here, go to mockups, okay? Following along so far, okay? All right, so from mockups, I picked, as you can see, you folks already know, right? So you have, for example, these circle videos. So you can actually do the circle videos if you remember to shorten it so you can show more of the screen. So you can do that too. All right. And also Okay, just scroll down here real quick. I'll show you this right now as well. What I picked was this particular template. Of course, you can pick any one of them. And I picked website promo 2. I mean, you can pick any one of them. The idea here is that these templates are automatically animated. So let's say, for example, you put a 4K video, they're automatically going to shrink it to fit that screen. No other application in the market can do that. They want you to specifically adjust the actual video and audio and all that kind of mess. You don't have to do that. Automatic resizing and all that stuff happens right out of the gate. Click next. And here is where the magic, right? So for those of you who've been following along, we named these as version 2.0. So these are the avatars we've added in. So we did it in 2 ways. So one is a portrait, okay? So portrait is basically waist up. See, like this is my portrait, right? Waist up shot. Or you can basically have full body. See this full body walking and talking actually doesn't do justice. If I scroll down, you see the feet and everything, you see? And this is basically it. Let me just show you here, for example. So let's preview that. I'll mute the audio. You see this, right? So the lip sync will be maintained while this person is walking, moving their head left, right, up, down, that sort of thing. This is next generation technology, okay? And the beauty is all of these are green screen by default, so you can add your own background behind them if you want to. You can put them in environments like a laptop mock-up or inside a photo frame. You get the idea. And this is basically waist up, as you can see here, and full body, as you can see. I can keep scrolling down. So this is another one. We named them portrait, but in this particular case, she's emotive, just moving around, as you can see here, moving her head. It's not robotic, or she's just standing straight. Actual movement, very realistic. Okay, and if you could scroll down here again, there's another one here, for example. See, and again, waist up portrait. But if you want more walking, as you can see here, there's this one. There's another medical one with the full body, as you can see, is moving around, emoting, and that sort of thing. We have tons of these, as you can see in the V2.0. I think there's like 40 or 50 of them, and we'll be adding more of them, as you can imagine. Scroll down, you'll see a ton of them here. Okay, now we have them in construction gear, like this gentleman here, in different ethnicities. If you want to do a construction-based video where somebody's actually walking to a construction site. Okay, you could have a construction video in the background. This person is walking through the construction site and emoting. Okay, that's the basic idea here. We're going to show you some demos as well as we go along. So what I did is I picked this person. Okay, so let me show you here. I picked Camilla Portrait Casual for the video I showed you, and then click next. All right. And then what we did, this is the magic, not available anywhere at all, which is pretty awesome for me because it took us a long time, a lot of headaches to get this far. So when you go into the application, you're going to see this, okay? New Voices 2.0, okay? So what does that exactly mean? So New Voices 2.0 is this new next generation text-to-speech technology we've added in, which is part of the application. You have to jump somewhere else to get it. So you will go in here, and because I chose a female avatar, automatically all these voices will be female. So these voices, some of these, as you can see, have emotions. Some of these have special styles. So for example, you want a news broadcaster or a Hollywood horror movie narrator, you get the point, or a pirate from the 18th century. We have all those types of voices here. So you can pick and choose, and they're realistic. Probably the best in the industry right now. We cannot write for any price, right? So now these ones with emotions, we'll be adding more as our team is working behind the scenes. You could add actual laughter, chuckle, sigh, gasp, and that sort of thing. So what this is we've added some, we'll be adding more of them as we go along. We're going to test them across different areas. So what this is let's say, for example, I'm trying to recreate the exact same system I did. So let's say I paste this script. Okay, what does the script say? It says introducing HumanPal V2.0, and it's talking about HumanPal and that sort of thing. And you see how it says, want me to laugh? And I put a laugh tag. How did I do that? So let me just delete this laugh tag here. Okay, watch this. Okay, we go into laugh. Okay, and then we click on this add emotion. You see this? Okay, let me show you one more time. I go into laugh, I pick this, and then I clicked add emotion. Okay, that's all I need to do at any point in time. So click on add, and boom, it added the laugh. So what's gonna happen? Yeah, if avatar when she's speaking, she's gonna be like, want me to laugh? Ha ha ha. You see? Almost like more humanistic and realistic than what I just did. But or want me to sigh? Ha. You see, those are the emotions. So I put the sigh here. How did I do that? Again, I just went in here. I chose from that emotion tag that you see on my screen, and I put sigh, and then I clicked on the add button, and boom, it added that in. So when that tag is added, that means that emotion gets shown in. And what we've done with our lip sync technology is that whenever these emotions are there, they will actually not talk. they'll actually kind of emote close to that emotion, which is very hard to achieve. And that's automatic anyway behind the scenes. And then the same thing again with chuckle. Chuckle is sort of like laughter, but a little bit less, or something like that, more realistic, very good for podcasts and those kind of use cases where somebody's like, hey, today I'm going to introduce you to this topic. I know this is not that fun of a topic to discuss. You see what I did there? It's not laughter, it's chuckle. And gasp is and we're basically kind of swallowing our breath kind of thing, right? Something like that, right? That's the gasp emotion here. So I just added them in different areas where I want to do it. And then I've done that here. Now, here's the cool thing, okay? HumanPal is the only application in the market, as you folks probably don't know, which can create up to 5 minutes videos. You can merge them and create 30 minutes, 20 minutes. We had somebody create an entire Bible, chapter by chapter. It took them time, but they did it with HumanPal, narrating it, okay, for YouTube and stuff. It was crazy, but that can be done. So you can do this, and it takes for a 5-minute video, just maybe another 5 to 10 minutes to generate, depending on how many people are using the application at a given time. But that's how fast it is, okay? Which is pretty crazy if you think about it, right? So anyway, let's go next, okay? You go in here, and then you have, and by the way, in that previous step, I forgot to mention to you, these voices in all these languages, okay? Right now, we have 800 different voices, okay? 800. Okay, the highest in any application in the market. We just put everything out there. Anything we could integrate in, we put in here without worrying about the cost to us, because we want to provide you value. So go next, okay? And of course, you can add background music and that sort of thing if you desire. There's a volume changer for the background music. We have royalty-free background music scores here, so you don't have any copyright issues and that sort of thing. And then you can go next. And then you can position the text elements and that sort of thing here. And then go here, you can add subtitles in this step, and you can change the subtitle colors and stuff like that, which is pretty standard these days. But what's cool here is you can adjust things and then go next. Okay. Now, this is going to be starting to prepare our sequences and our scenes. Okay. So what we've done is scene by scene. So why this is powerful is that in a scene, let's say, for example, I created a scene. Let's say this was the scene, and I want to move this scene to this. You can do that by rotating things. See, just click on the mouse like this, and I can move this. You see how it's changing the animation there? So like, say I don't like it in the first place, I can do that. Let's say, for example, I don't like that, the fact that this became scene 1. I want to add something else here. I can click, and then I can click that little circle button. You see the circle button that I have here? I can click on it, and then I can add a scene. Like I can put a new text here, add my emotions like what I just showed you earlier. So at any point, let's say you want to add an intro option, or I want to add an outro, or anything I want to change in between, I can do that. This is especially useful when I go later on, maybe cloning projects that we created, and you want to just edit 1 or 2 elements, and you want to regenerate. Let's say you're creating it for a client or for YouTube, and you're happy with most of the stuff, but you're not happy with 1 or 2 elements. You want to create a different variation, maybe for a different platform. Maybe you have a video for YouTube, and then for TikTok you want to create a vertical variation of it, or maybe you want to go shorter variation or longer variation. You can do this from this customization elements, and then you can even edit here these elements here from every aspect of it. So what I did to recreate that video, remember again, for those who joined in a little bit late, what I'm talking about is this video that I just did in few minutes. Okay, I'm recreating this video. All right. So if I play this video, you see this, I have an avatar, I have behind her, you see the animations happening, and then you have subtitles here in the bottom and that sort of thing. How do we do that with emotions and that sort of thing? That's what I'm trying to recreate. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do this in 3 minutes. That's what I was trying to showcase. All right. Now, here's the key thing. You see, while this is playing, you see these elements here, these animations. Okay. This is extremely hard to achieve at scale. What that means, in other words, is, let's say, for example, you're trying to create mock-ups like these behind the avatar. Let's say a mock-up is 1 minute long and has a whole bunch of background noise and all that. We eliminate all that. So when you upload an actual video, I'll show you how I do that in just a sec, or you want to do an image, or let's say you have a video with a lot of voice, background noise and stuff, we automatically mute them. We automatically crop them to fit that slide, and we automatically resize them if they're too long, too short, or whatever. So you don't have to worry about the sizing elements, okay? That's the hardest thing, you know? You open up an editor and you're trying to resize it and then make it fit, and then that resolution gets changed and you got to do the next scene. It's too difficult. So we simplified it automatically behind the scenes, okay? So how did I do that? So what I did
is you can have this from a client project. They will give you this type of stuff. If you have it for your own products and services, whether it's an e-commerce product or a website or a software, whatever it is, we have different templates you can pick from. So what we've done here, as you can see, is added these elements. So how you do these is if I go back to that step, which is step number 7. You see, I'm in step number 7 so far. So how I do that is at any point, you can go to any scene, you have that customization elements, and then you come into media. You see that? Media element here. And then you're gonna click on upload. All right. So upload, and then you see I have tabs here. If it's image media or video media, I uploaded video media. So I clicked on video, and then I just went into upload, and I uploaded it from my computer, these ones, okay? And again, size doesn't matter. You can have a 4K video, 1080p, whatever, it's automatically resized. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. So what I did is I just picked them. So let's say I have the first video here. I clicked on this. You see, this is a video. Okay, and the resolution and all that doesn't matter, and also the length doesn't matter. We're gonna stretch a video. In this particular case, it was only 5 seconds. Let's say the scene in that particular case was 6 seconds. We stretch that 5-second video automatically. Okay, which is pretty awesome. So you don't have to worry about like a black screen showing up for the last 1 second, if you will. Okay. Click select, and boom, it's done. It's applied. You'll know how it's applied by the little box in the bottom. You see, you'll know that. Okay. And you can also preview the audio at any point. So for example, sometimes let's say the emotion is not exactly correct. Let's say the laughter I'm talking about, or sigh, or one of these emotions. You can just redo the emotion only for that scene without having to regenerate again and again. Okay. So at any point, you can just click on this preview tab, and it's going to preview the entire audio, and including the emotions and other things you want to do. And it's going to be super fast because you're only doing that one sequence, you know, you're not doing the whole video. Let's say you're doing a 5-minute video. You don't want to wait for like a minute or two or whatever for that whole thing to preview. Okay. And then, so I mean, then again, same thing for the second sequence. I went to the video that I uploaded from my computer, and I clicked on that, and boom, boom, boom. Okay. That's what basically I did for all of these. And again, you can use the scrolling system here at any point in time. And I click next. And if you want to put a website text, let's say you want to put a call to action, I can put that. So let's say I'll put HumanPal.io, as you can see, and then click on next. Okay, and you give it a project name, whatever you want to do. I put HumanPal V2 demo. You want to put resolution 1080p, and then you want to have it send an email when this video is created. See, sometimes you might have created 5 videos or 6 videos or whatever, and you don't want to sit and wait until the progress bar finishes to 100%. You can just have it emailed to you. You can come back once it's ready. Okay. So, and then it'll show up under my videos like this in a few minutes time, like what you see here. Okay, the video will be done. Now, remember I told you, you can change the slides and move things around, that sort of thing. That is where this comes along. So you can play this video like so. So like, let's say I can preview it, click on it, preview it, obviously. You can download it by clicking on the download button. You see this little download button here. So you can download it. Okay. And then you can edit it. So meaning you want to edit this project, you can do so, or clone it. Okay. So what I do generally is most of the times, okay, I just click on the clone button, and I want to reuse the same person to create different variations of the videos. I will change the script. I will change the backgrounds. I will change the mockups. You see the point? So if I click clone, watch what happens. Okay. When I want to change these elements, so let's say I want to change the script into something else. Let's say I'm not happy. I just want to make it shorter. Okay. So this stuff that I selected here, you see this text that I've selected here. Let's say I want to delete that. Just make it a shorter video. Maybe I want to do it for a YouTube short or something. I can just click on this, and then I can see if I want to change any emotions or whatever, because it's moved to step number 4 to speed up the process for me. The avatar selection, let's say the template selection, which was the mock-up with the stuff behind the avatar. All that stuff is automated. Okay. And click next. And then I can go into the very next step, and then boom, you see, it's saved me an extra 10 minutes of my time. Okay, it's going to regenerate the audio, which is the shorter version of that audio. And then you can preview things and do everything. And in this particular case, because I've cloned some elements, if I don't change anything, it will clone and recreate the media. But since I changed the length, I can go in and add the media again. So that's pretty cool, as you can imagine. And because of the fact that we have the AI human photo generator, okay, you can actually face swap. I'll get to that in just a sec. But so far, Everything clear? Let me know in the chat box if it is clear. Okay, let me know, and I will basically recover certain elements you want me to talk again in just a sec before I move to the face swap side of things, because that is been there before, but it's going to be more powerful now with this walking and talking avatars and demos we're going to do for you in just a second. Okay, pretty cool, right? See, I'm seeing some comments, all good, crystal clear, looks great, awesome, awesome. Which is a good question, was can we add pauses? Yeah, so how we've done these, in the case of pauses right now, every time there's an exclamation mark or a full stop or a comma or, let's say one of these dot kind of thing, it automatically adds a pause. We did this because sometimes what happens is people forget, if you add pause, we've done it. But if you want us to add a pause option, we can do that. It's super easy. But yeah, every time a scene changes, you see how we did this in this line break at exactly when there's a comma, there's an automatic pause. Okay, same thing, you'll notice it. Okay, whenever there's a comma, apostrophe, full stop, period, that kind of thing. Okay, it automatically adds pause. That's a good question though, adding pauses. Great. All right, perfect. Can we do our own voiceover with a microphone? Excellent question. Yes. Okay, it was always there. It's even more easier now. So let's say, for example, you want to add your own audio. How you're going to do it is, let me show you. You go to create video. Okay. And this was a really good question. This was Reed's question here, as I said. All right. So what you do is, let's say any template. I mean, I'm just going to pick some template here for the sake of argument, simplify things. You'll say you picked Aiden because Reed is a male. I'm going to put Aiden. Let's say it was his voice. Okay. You see here, it says import audio in step number 4. So here's where you want to put your audio. So you click on the audio button. Okay. It says select from library. And you want to choose the language, let's say it's English or whatever. That's important because we want to know what language it is, because we have to add subtitles, remember? So we have to, if it is in Spanish, we're going to put Spanish subtitles, that kind of thing. And then you can click select from library, and then you go into upload, and then you can upload your own voiceover, whether it's your own, you maybe paid a freelancer, maybe you have generated the audio from some other application, doesn't matter. You're going to upload it from here. And then what's going to happen, okay? I'm going to show you this here. Okay. So, so you understand. So let's say, all right. So let's say this is the English audio. Okay. And then you added it automatically. What it's going to do, it's going to transcribe it, and it's going to become the script, and the syncing and all that process is going to happen for you, just like how a text to speech would happen. Okay. Is that clear? So then you would add it in, and you can go in and pretty much do it, as you desire. Okay. So that's the basic idea. All right. Is that clear? So then you can preview it and that kind of thing. And then because you've added your own audio, you can adjust the volume, and then you go to the very next step. And then you see how it says transcribing yours to text. So it'll just take the audio, transcribe it to text, put it in subtitles, all that kind of good stuff is automatically done for you from this example. Okay. And this, what I would only tell you is don't put a female voice when you pick, let's say, for example, a male avatar, obviously. That's the only thing you want to pay attention to. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. Again, you can add a company logo and all that kind of good stuff here, as you can see, if you want to add them in throughout the entire video process. Okay. So what I wanted to kind of mention here, the last point, and then we're going to go into Q&A, and also Ali is going to answer your questions and show you some demos, because I just showed you one. What about the others? I'll show you, he'll show you those as well. So the last one I want to kind of mention here is this AI human photo generator. So this is basically where you can generate your own faces. So you see how we have gender, male, age, young adult, elderly, whoever. Let's say young adult is one ethnicity, Asian, white, Latino, black, whatever it is. Let's say you want to put this, or black, or Asian, whatever, doesn't matter. And let's say I want to put Asian here, just for sake. You want to put hair, length of the hair and all that. And then you can click generate. So what it's going to do is it's going to generate all these faces. These are virtual humans, if you will. They don't exist. So they're copyright free. So let's say, for example, I want my avatar to look like this gentleman here. I can save him. Okay. And at any point in time in the video creation process, you can start in step number 7. Okay. There's tutorials on it, by the way, where you see this tutorials tab, you can kind of go in and understand it in more detail. But all it really is doing is, if you go into, I'll show you. Okay. Actually, you see this right here? We have Aiden here, as you can see. This was the one. So you can go into this tab. You see this custom HumanPal. So this is where, okay, coming back to the older tab, The one we chose here from this custom human faces got saved. You can pick them from custom HumanPal here. So you go into custom HumanPal, and then you can pick any one of these people that I have. Okay. You can upload your own too, by the way. You see this, upload your own face. Just make sure that it's not a celebrity. That's the only restriction we have. Other than that, let's say you want to pick any one of these people. Let's say you want to put this person as your, let's say avatar face, select. And automatically what it's going to do is it's going to swap the face and make that person the new spokesperson. Why is this important? Well, it's because if you see here, this person is actually walking and talking, let's say they're moving their hands too much, moving their head up and down. To get you to use a camera to do the same effects, not that easy, you know? So that's why we are trying to make it even more simplified. This allows you effectively to create tens of thousands of different variations. You don't have to be stuck to one of these spokespersons we have. You can create your own, so to speak, okay? And so that way you don't have to ever have an issue where, oh, okay, I have this video up on YouTube or TikTok or wherever, or Facebook, and people are seeing the same 25, 30, 40, 50, even if you did 1,000 different spokespersons, there's always going to be similarities. If you want to avoid that, well, this is a good option for you to use, okay? So you see how it did it in real time. It changed the face, okay? See there? For all the scenes. So that's the basic idea here, okay? Pretty powerful so far, right? So what did we cover so far? Let me recap, and then we'll do some Q&A points here as well. So first thing we covered, okay, just to give a recap, because some people keep joining later than usual, okay? So if we go into step number 1, what did we cover? Okay, so we covered, if you're going to create a video, we covered that we've added brand new templates to HumanPal v2.0. So this is basically where we have, for example, I didn't show you this, full body spokespersons, for example. You go here, see we have art gallery templates, we have newsroom with the full body spokesperson like you see here, and on and on. You see there's this new realistic human newsroom. You see this? You see these examples here? They look like they're in the set, 3D style. So the whole 3D viewpoints are there. Lip sync is maintained throughout. You never have to worry about the quality of the lip sync, and not have to worry about what language they're speaking. The lip sync is language agnostic. What that means is regardless of what language they're speaking, the lip sync is maintained. This is also for the uploaded audios. So we had that question earlier. Can I upload my own audio and have this person lip sync? Yes, as long as, if it's a male voice and then you have a male character or avatar, or female voice and a female avatar, it looks more natural, obviously. Okay. So this is the basic idea. This is something we've added. What we've also done is if you pick any one of these templates, okay? So let's say the mock-up templates you see here, or billboards or virtual studio sets, doesn't matter. So let's say, and then you pick one of these, okay? Any one of these will do. So let's say we did this life coach or this special style of template. We've also added brand new avatars who are also realistic with their emotions and also walking and talking, moving their head up and down, and also put them into any environment, any background you desire, and any place you desire effectively. Because we also have the option, let's say, for example, you pick this gentleman here, or this lady here, or any one of these, okay? One of these here. Let's say, for example, you wanted to make it completely unique, where you set your own background and you make them walk and talk. Imagine, you can go back here. We also have a really, really cool green screen wide shot one. So let's say click on this one at any point in time, okay? You can pick any one of these, let's say this one, or you see this green screen wide video background, okay? So you can pick this, and then let's say what you want to do here is you want to pick this gentleman here, let's say, okay? So you go here, and then let's say you want to put them in a hospital environment. Because that green screen is there, we can manipulate the entire background. So it looks like that person is in a hospital environment, walking and talking, that sort of thing. Pretty cool. And that opens up a whole variety of options for you to make it customized for that client, if you will. Okay. We did that as well. So you got these new avatars who are walking and talking and maintaining the lip sync. We have them in this particular case, as you can see here, this person has a shopping bag, for example, and maintains the lip sync so they can sell that product or service for you. Let's say they're talking about an e-commerce brand or business or that sort of thing, as you can see here, that sort of thing. And you keep going on and on. See, there's tons of them. Then let's say, for example, I've clicked Caleb here because I've been talking about mostly females so far. See these? We have Gideon, Hamilton, Lazar, and that sort of thing. Same thing. You can add laughter, chuckle, sigh, gasp, and that sort of thing. And here's the thing. You can do this at a 5-minute video, okay? 3-minute video, whatever you want. So basically you can add any amount of emotions throughout the process and it'll be perfect, okay, across the board. So the beauty here is that that allows you to add emotions to that video to make it a little bit more realistic. So a lot of the stuff that you see these days, natural sounding voices, like a podcast environment and that sort of thing, will have somebody laughing in between, chuckling in between, or just taking a deep breath, sighing, that sort of thing. You can do that. And we'll be adding more of them because our AI engineers are working on them. So as we go along, once we get your feedback, we'll be adding more of them as well. We're doing some testing internally, but it'll only get better with time, obviously. Okay. And of course, you can do the speaker volume and all that kind of good stuff. Pretty powerful, right? Let me know. Let me know in the chat box if that's excited you so far. Meaning, now you can do walking and talking avatars. Now you can manipulate the backgrounds and templates and animations behind them to make them feel like they're in that environment. You can change their face and swap it with any photo from tens of thousands of photos to create variations of these avatars unique to you, or upload your own photo, upload your own face if you desire. And then on top of that, we have different ethnicities as well for these folks. So that way, let's say, for example, you want to add different ethnicities and you want to do face swap for that. Let's say here, as you can see here, we have Duante, who's African-American. Then we have, let's say, an Asian person here, as you can see, Haruto. And Hiroto is here, another one here, Hiroshi, Prissy, and then Ishan here, okay, who is basically a Latino and mix. All right. And then you have this, so that way the face swap also will look really, really realistic when you're doing it. Okay. So pretty powerful. Opens up an entire avenue of it. And we have a lot more updates coming up as well, which we'll do. But today we're going to talk about the practical use cases. Okay. So I'll pass it on to Ali right now. So because he has some really cool things to share with you folks as well, in terms of the case studies, in terms of answering some questions and that sort of thing. I'll be here as well to answer any questions and that sort of thing, because what we're going to do is a deep dive now. Okay. So we talked about one project use case. What about others? Okay. We're going to be talking about that to give you some more ideas and strategies to start using into your brand, your business, whether it's e-commerce, local businesses. Let's say you want to use it for YouTube content, viral videos, whatever it is. Okay. So we can start adding them in as well. All right, Ali, I'm going to mute you here. You can go.